My mama said that I'm not living right. She said I'm crying on you. She said I waited up for you all night. I said I'm trying, mama.
Well, then you should also know that the last thing he needs right now is a sadistic father figure scaring the life out of him.
Maybe what he needs is for you to pop your titty out his mouth and let the boy grow up.
Excuse me? What did you say?
I didn't stutter. I said, pop your titty out his mouth and stop babying him.
I don't call it babying. I call it nurturing.
And I call it neutering.
Family, welcome to Irvington Unbound, the official newsletter of the Sheridanstba Block Association. I'm your host and district leader, wink wink, Jay, hoping that you and your brood are happy, healthy, and winning at this thing called life. Don't forget to sub, like, share, speak. And without further ado, I got some news for you. In legalization headlines, New Jersey weed man has been released from prison. Congratulations to the brother. Senators Sweeney and Scutari released a legalization bill that is laughable, to say the least. Capping dispensaries, no homegrown nor expungements, and the social equity measures are nowhere to be seen. After conversing with Assemblyman Holly, assurances were made that such initiatives are being worked into the accompanying assembly bill. Despite a major push, word is that the vote won't be coming this month. Next LZ is in September, but really, no matter what the state passes, they are never going to see the revenue that they think they will. They want too much control. Exactly what good would a marijuana enforcement agency do if legalized when you don't have a grip on the industry while it's illegal? That's a pretty sweet segue into the directors meeting, because at every single one there's a geriatric complaining about people burning out in the open. Just as sure as there are complaints about trash and vacants. I mean, you can set your watch to this stuff. Also, the latest one had additional highlights of mismanaged crosswalks, the hard calcium-filled water being scrutinized, handicapped accessibility to government buildings, and I didn't know this, but if you want to have more than one yard sale, you have to pay a $97 fee to the municipality. Kind of a dick move, right? On the block, the municipality is acquiring a stump buster, or something to that effect, for the stump at the end of the street. New speed signs had to be ordered, and shout out to Mr. B for looking into a patch job that I never noticed top the block, and Mr. A for always clearing the brush at the top of the block as well. You gentlemen epitomize that awesomeness that is testosterone. Statewide, New Jersey has passed a whole new slate of gun laws that criminals will ignore because they are criminals. The entire occupation demands that the laws be ignored. There is a giant ice bust of 91 undocumented, including a few of our neighbors right here in Essex County. Governor Murphy is still setting to pilfer from multiple revenue streams to patch up his budget, much like with governors past. So the more things change, Before we get into the fun that has been the national news, there's a candidate that's making headlines because he said diversity is a bunch of crap. And despite the ineloquence of his linguistics, I actually agree with the sentiment. It's one that I have expressed several times before on this channel. Don't take cover behind your gender or color because neither of those attributes speak to the quality of person you are and never will. The outrage media, though, would lead you to believe that the guy is organizing Klan rallies. Nationally and beyond, apparently President Trump has denuclearized North Korea. Even he is skeptical on the country following through on the pledge, but seeing how 2 months ago the media was telling us that they were testing rockets with the capability to hit California, we'll treat it as a good thing until shown otherwise, as will the Norwegians that just nominated him for a Nobel Peace Prize. Kim Kardashian took a meeting with President Trump and got Alice Johnson released from prison. He's also posthumously pardoned boxer Jack Johnson. He's floated the idea of doing the same for Muhammad Ali and even extended an olive branch to NFL players to recommend pardons themselves. A gesture that has been laughed at but gives President Trump the high ground. Of course, it's political theater, but that's what it seems all politics are. Theatrics. And when you turn your nose up at a subjectively generous offer, you're the one that becomes the heel, or bad guy if you are unfamiliar with wrestling lingo. In November, California will be voting on splitting into 3 states. And lastly, let's talk about the Supreme Court's ruling in favor of the Colorado baker. A call that the court got right in my opinion. Let me explain. If you go past the headline, the store was willing to sell the couple a cake. The problem for the couple is that the man who makes the cakes wouldn't write something that he felt was inappropriate on the pastry due to his religious beliefs, and the couple called foul. See, the same individual freedoms that protect the LGBT lifestyles also protect this gentleman's right to refuse to participate in said lifestyle, particularly when services are still being offered. Well, guys, thank you so much for putting up with me. The first episode of Misadventures is imminent and entitled Shenanigans. That's going to be fun. So until then, don't forget to like, sub, share, speak. I've been Jay, you've been amazing, and until the next video, love.
And I call you an insecure, overbearing, psychopathic, dictatorial, egomaniacal, frigid, lunatic asshole!
I ain't frigid.